Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to get this really simple but polished makeup look using all natural products. Alright guys, to start off this look, I've prepped my skin using the Lindstrom Youth Dew. So I've already went and gone ahead and applied this on my face with wet hands, wet face, because I want this to soak in a couple minutes before I put my makeup on. So now that that's nice and soaked in, I'm going to go ahead and use my Vapour Stratus Luminous primer and just go ahead and give myself a little bit of the primer all over, and then using my hands to spread it. All right, for foundation, we're going to be using the Ilia Vivid Foundation in the shade F3.5 and applying it with a damp beauty blender. So I like to put the foundation on the back of my hand, and it just allows me to control how much is going on my face. I love this foundation. There's so many great ingredients. It's really great for my dry skin, and you can really smell the jasmine. It smells so nice. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this everywhere. I do like to go a little bit on the neck just to bring it down a tad so everything blends in really nicely. The eyeballs, let's take a look here. All right, so the next step is we're gonna take our concealer. We're gonna conceal all the spots that we want. So I like to use the Hynt Duet concealer, and this is in the shade Light, which is number 2. Like to apply it with my finger. It's a nice cream product. This has been by far my absolute favorite concealer that I've ever used, even with conventional makeup. The tiniest bit goes such a long way. It's not cakey, it doesn't crease under my eyes, which is a big problem for me with a lot of other concealers, and it just does such a fantastic job. You can even mix this guy in with a moisturizer and make yourself a BB cream. So I love products that do double duty, and you can use them in more than one way. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I like to do a little bit on the top of my lids because I have little veins that I like to hide. There we go. And then we're gonna put this anywhere else that we feel like we need a little bit more coverage. Like right here. Got a little friend. Let's see. Perfect. So I like to do my eyebrows while my makeup is still a little damp before I powder, because I like to clean them up with concealer. It's a really easy way to get nice straight brows without having to put a ton of effort in. So the brow product I'm going to use today is Plume. So this is Cinnamon Cashmere. It's a Nourish and Define pomade. This product is great. It comes with a double-ended brush. So you get your angled brush on one end, spoolie on the other. Always love to go in and give my brows a little bit of a brush before I start. And this will actually help promote brow growth. There's lots of fantastic ingredients in here. So I'm gonna do the bottom line of my brow first. You do not need a lot of this product. It goes a really long way. like so. So I am missing a little bit of the front of my eyebrows. I used to wax my brows really, really thin. So I'm gonna fill in a little bit of the front here. Now don't worry about getting this shape absolutely perfect, because like I said, we're gonna go in with our concealer, or you can even use your foundation with a nice brush and you can go and clean everything up. Perfect. Let's do the other guy. Now where your brows should start and where they should end, side of the bridge of the nose up. That's where your brow should start. So this brow actually starts a little bit more in. I don't have all my hairs there anymore. So I'm gonna fill this in a little bit extra. So eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Naturally, they're not going to be identical, but we can help them out a little bit with product. So again, filling in a little bit of that front part. Don't worry about making it perfect, because like I said, we're going to clean up. Pretty much at this step, you just want to make sure that you're putting the product where you're going to need it. And don't worry about having the lines be perfect. Just want a little bit more right here. There we go. Awesome. So we're going to take that other end of the brush, the spoolie brush, and we are going to just drag that product along. Oh yeah, there we go. We're getting brows where we don't want eyebrows. Perfect. Just go in and brush that out. This is going to make sure that if you did leave any strokes of product, it's going to soften everything up. And now we're going to take a nice small concealer brush, take a little bit of our concealer, and then we're gonna go in and make sure all of our lines are nice and straight. So to be honest, my brows is what I spend the most amount of time on when I'm doing a quick makeup look. I find that brows really, really, really frame the face. So I like to take my time and make sure they're good. Plus, who doesn't want nice, big, full brows? So just making sure the front part is nice. And I just want to add a little bit more darkness to the front of this guy here. That way no one will know that I don't have hairs there. Perfect. All right, now that we got our brows on, I did use my concealer's a little bit lighter than my foundation color, so I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just go back over where I use that concealer on my brows just to make sure that everything is a nice even color. Now we're gonna do a little bit of contour. This step's optional. Feel free not to do it, but we're gonna do a quick and simple contour using the Well People Natural Contour and Highlight Duo. So I'm gonna take that contour color with my little brush here, and I'm just gonna go where the sun would naturally hit my forehead. So a little bit on the temples. Across the forehead. Like so. And then we're going to take this, we're going to carve out our cheekbones a little bit. And then I like to do a little bit on my jawline, just to define the jawline a little bit. And across. Perfect. Now we're going to take our beauty blender again, and we're just going to go ahead and blend all that in. Now, one of the reasons I do my contour before I powder is one, I'm using cream. So creams, liquids, those kind of products want to stick together. And two, it really makes your contour look really nice and natural. When you put it underneath the powder, it looks like it's coming from within the skin rather than sitting on top of it. So it's a nice little trick. Bam. So we're going to go ahead and set everything in with the powder. And I'm going to be using the Nude by Nature Translucent Loose Finishing Powder. Okay. So I'm going to tap it into the brush and then just go ahead and powder. Now, when you're using natural beauty products, green products, they tend to be a little bit more oily, a little bit more balmy, and the reason being is because they have a lot of really nice ingredients in them. There's lots of essential oils. There's a lot of really nice like floral essences, stuff that would make you leave you a little bit shinier than normal. So if you do want a matter look, this is a fantastic way of getting it. Just go ahead and use a translucent powder. That way you're not changing the color of your face by using a colored powder, because this foundation is a pretty good match for me, so I don't want to go and change it. And now I'm really going to make sure I powder my eyelids. I find with green beauty products, my eyelids, even though I have dry skin, always gets a little bit oily and a little bit creasy. So we're just going to go in there and put a little bit of extra powder and stop that from happening. I almost dropped my mirror. But it's okay. I have cat-like reflexes. Okay, so that feels good. One of my favorite things about this powder, I don't feel like I look powdery. I still have a little bit of dewiness, so my skin looks nice and healthy, but I'm not caked in powder. Nobody wants to be caked in powder. All right. Now, we've done a little bit of contour, but I still love to go on top of it with a little bit of bronzer. So we're going to be using the Alima Pure Bronzer in Mauna Loa. I love this packaging. So the holes are behind here and you get to open it when you use it so you don't end up getting powder everywhere. So I'm just going to tap a little bit out into the cap, dip my brush in it, and then just kind of go over just a little bit where we've already done the contour. I love adding a little bit of bronzer or a little bit of contour to my face, because when you go and put your foundation on, you end up making your whole face one color and it looks very flat. So this is adding dimension back into the face. And especially since we're doing a nice natural look, I focus a little bit more on the skin because we're not doing anything crazy on the eyes. I'll go ahead and close this guy up. Now with anything in makeup, blending is key. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush that I use for my translucent powder, and I'm just going to go in and just make sure that this is all nice and blended. Perfect. Now, we're going to go and use my absolute favorite blush. So this is by Rituelle de Fille. It's one of my favorite green beauty lines. And this is the Inner Glow Cream Pigment in the shade Lovesick. Absolutely love this product. Now, a lot of people tend to get a little bit nervous when using a cream blush. Simple way to do it, use a fluffy brush. Dip it in like you would any other powdered product and just go ahead and give yourself a little blush. Now, you can use this color on your eyes, you can use this color on your lips, your cheeks. Again, love those products that are a little bit more versatile, especially when I'm on the go. I can do touch-ups with my fingers because it's cream. Really nice and easy. Now, I like to do my blush a little bit heavier than what I think I'm gonna want. And then go back again with that powder brush. Just give it a soft little fluff and it's gonna really soften it up, makes it look really nice and natural. And then for my highlight, I'm gonna be using another Rituelle de Fille product. This is the Rare Light Luminizer in Phosphene. This guy is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna use my finger for this, rub it around, get it to warm up a little bit. And I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna hit the top of my cheekbones and around the eye. And then just go ahead and buff that in. This highlighter is so nice and natural. Again, you can use it as an eyeshadow, you can use it as a highlight. I often like to put it on top of a lipstick to give it a little bit of a sparkle to it. Look at that, it's so nice. A couple other places that I love to put highlight, right underneath the brow bone. So this is gonna lift the eyebrows. Great trick if you're feeling a little bit tired, make you look a little bit more awake. A little bit down the nose, top of the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin, and then whatever I have left over, I just give myself a little pop in the center of my forehead there. Again, because we're doing a really nice natural look, I like to focus on the skin, make sure the skin looks fantastic. Now, I am going to add a little bit of my RMS Lunar Eye Polish to my eyelids, just to give them a little something, a little shimmer. Let's see here. Perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of mascara. Now, my absolute favorite green mascara right now is the Nude by Nature mascara. I love this stuff. The formula is great, the brush is great. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, and it just grabs every single individual hair and just fans them out and coats them so nicely. One coat gives you a nice soft look. Personally, I love 2 coats. And then it's great if you're going out, add a couple more coats, get that dramatic lash, but it won't clump, so which is fantastic. Now, if you ever end up hitting your face with your mascara wand, getting mascara where you don't want it, let it dry. You don't want to touch it when it's wet. If you touch it when it's wet, it's going to smudge and you'll end up with black mascara all over the place. So if you do get it on your face, let it dry. Wait a couple minutes, let it dry, and then go with a Q-tip and just flake it right off. It'll come off without smudging everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my second coat of mascara. I can't believe how great this mascara is. Perfect. Just go ahead and make them nice and evenly spaced. And then we have some beautiful eyelashes. Now I do like to go and take the lashes at the outer corner, kind of swoop them out a bit. Makes the eyes look really nice and big. Bam. Now, this look could be done. Really nice, fresh look. We focused a little bit more on the skin, went a little bit easier on the eyes. Something quick and easy that you can do every day. Pop on some makeup, out the house, but you look nice and put together. Now, another way to look really polished with minimal effort is to add a pop of color to the lip. So I'm gonna do that with the Cloven Hollow Flaming Coral lipstick. This is my go-to spring color right now. Now, to get a nice bottom line on my lip, I like to just put it on and smoosh my lips together, and I get a nice effortless bottom line. Perfect. And then I like to go back in there and just take a little bit off the middle, and then I go in and make my Cupid's bow really nice. All right, guys, and here we have it. A really nice natural makeup look using all green beauty products. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button down below, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll see you next time. Look at this makeup look. Look at this makeup look. Oh, look what you did. Look at my pineapple.